guys, it is Rinne-Hatake here, back with another video, and today I got what if Naruto was betrayed. This will be part 2, so hopefully you guys enjoy. And don't you guys worry, the what if Goku has Saitama's power or potential will be almost ready by the time we get 500 subs. But without further ado, let's begin. So the way the story is gonna go is I'm gonna go back to where I left off. As the bell test was about to begin, as Kakashi counts down 3, 2, 1, begin. As Kakashi watches as the other team, or not other team, but Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke go into their hiding spots. But Naruto, just like canon, decides to not do that and wants to confront Kakashi, as he's heard a lot from my guy, learning that Kakashi is his rival, and right now, Kakashi is just beating Guy by a bit, as Naruto wants to test Kakashi's strength and abilities, as Naruto dashes straight forward towards Kakashi, as Kakashi thought that Naruto was slow, weak, and a bit cocky, but soon he'd realize that that wasn't the case, as Naruto moves, as his speed would be at least high tuning rank, as Naruto makes physical contact with a right hook that actually almost doesn't get blocked by Kakashi, but Kakashi blocks it barely, as Kakashi puts away his book immediately and starts fighting Naruto and takes him seriously, as Naruto in his taijutsu is rather impressive, as Naruto was fast with every blow, and every blow was very decisive and planned out, as Naruto throws a spinning back kick, which he faked, and throws a left hook, which was also misleading, as Naruto does another spinning back kick, which this time wasn't a fake, which connects to Kakashi's face, as Kakashi gets sent a little backwards, but Kakashi recovers and goes in for the left hook. Naruto ducks under as he tries to go for a gut punch, but Kakashi grabs Naruto by the shoulders, kneeing Naruto's gut, as that happened to be, well, a substitution. As Naruto uses the substitution, as you're probably wondering why Kakashi isn't taking this a lot seriously, because Kakashi could easily still destroy Naruto, even with his training. Yeah, because Kakashi was holding out even in canon, so that's why he's not going all out against Naruto. But Naruto is rather surprising to Kakashi. His battle tactics, his smarts, his strength, his speed. Everything about Naruto is at least high tuning rank, or low tuning rank at best. Well, low tuning rank. But we move, as Naruto keeps surprising Kakashi. But this one move that he learned, Naruto learned, shocked Kakashi the most, as Naruto uses a wind-style Gale Palm by the Shadow Clones, the Boruto streams that Boruto does with his clones, as he jumps up to the clones' palms as they push him forward with a wind-style jutsu. Yeah, that's basically what Naruto does, but that's not the shocking jutsu. The shocking jutsu happened to be the one known as the Rasengan. Yes, the Rasengan, as Naruto creates a Rasengan with one hand as he dashes forward. As he names this move the Naruto Stream, as Naruto dashes forward, slamming his palm right out, but Kakashi's instant thought was to counter, as Kakashi pulls out one of his deadliest jutsus, as you may know, the Lightning Blade or Chidori, as Kakashi, basically jabs his hand forward as Naruto's Rasengan and Kakashi's Chidori connect with each other, as watching from behind was Sasuke and Sakura, as they're in awe seeing Naruto's true strength, as Sasuke was a bit jealous at Naruto's strength, but Sakura was just surprised to see that Naruto looks a little cool, as she doesn't want Naruto to be cool or anything. She doesn't like Naruto that much at all, and Naruto doesn't really pay attention to her just as much as he did in canon. So this time Naruto isn't simping out for Sakura this time. No, he's not going to be doing that. But we move, as the Chidori and the Rasengan cancel each other out, as Naruto and Kakashi quickly back up to make some space, as they both watch each other's move carefully. But Kakashi got a little too distracted with Naruto as Sasuke jumps out of the bushes, makes the hand signs as he yells, Gotan, Gokakyu no Jutsu. And if you don't know what that jutsu is, that is the Fire Style Fireball Jutsu. As well, Sasuke makes the hand signs and blows out a massive fireball, which Kakashi wasn't actually expecting from Sasuke either, but he's an Uchiha prodigy, and fire style jutsu are are their most high-end jutsus. But we move as Kakashi, well, actually almost gets hit, but quickly substitutes out of there as Naruto and Sasuke look at each other as they have a mutual respect for each other as they dash in together, working as a team, as one unit, as they fight Kakashi together, as Kakashi almost brought out the Sharingan if it weren't for Sakura, as Sakura interrupts all their progress, as Sakura yells, I'm gonna help too, as Sakura dashes forward, trying to land a right hook, which was really weak, towards Kakashi, but Kakashi just sighs in his head thinking, they ruined their teamwork. How sad. As Kakashi instantly dodges out the way and jumps up and does that incredible kick that Madara did in the Great Shinobi World War. The kick that Madara did in the Fourth Shinobi War. Yeah, that's the kick that he did to Naruto and Sasuke while slamming Sakura straight into the ground. As Sakura was knocked out by one attack. As Naruto and Sasuke get back up. As Naruto scoffs saying, she wasted all of our efforts. As Naruto continues and starts berating Kakashi with more attacks, but even though he knows it's useless, he still continues fighting as Sasuke gets angered and slams his fist into the ground saying, yeah, damn it, I still can't win. But even so, he still continues to fight. As the fight still continues, but it doesn't last long, as Kakashi brings both of them down. As it was time's up already anyway, so they were all, actually no, both Naruto and Sasuke weren't tied up, it was only Sakura. As, Kakashi informs them, do not give Sakura food, any of it. She was useless, so don't. He wouldn't say she was useless, but he would say, just don't give her any food. As Kakashi leaves, as Naruto, before actually taking a bite out of his meal, he decides to feed Sakura. As Sakura turns to her saying, I'll not eat anything from you. As Naruto sighs and puts her in a little genjutsu. Kakashi could do it, so why not Naruto? And Naruto has learned from the professor who knows a lot of jutsu, actually all forbidden jutsus and stuff like that. So, he probably would get a few genjutsu from him. But we move as Sakura, imagines that Naruto looked like Sasuke and Naruto feeds her as Sasuke also feeds her, but Sakura, in her mind, there was two Sasukes, as she was eating and having the time of her life. Naruto just sighs, saying, you're so gullible. We're gonna have to change that. As Sasuke looks at him saying, yeah, I know. Tell me about it. As Kakashi appears, which looks like to be a scowl on his face, saying, I told you not to feed her. You all, as they were all expecting the word fail, Kakashi says, pass, as they're all confused, but Naruto pieces it together. He's a little smarter, so, give him some credit for that, as Naruto pieces it together as he realizes, oh, that's why you passed us. As Kakashi looks at him saying, yes, that's why. As Kakashi continues with his speech about, leaving your comrade behind is worse than scum and stuff like that. Yeah, that's basically what he said, and they all left off, waiting for tomorrow. But Naruto, going back to his home, he sees a lot more scowls than usual. as Danzo decided to mess Naruto's life even more than he already did, saying that he's killed someone, as a few people have been going missing in the Leaf Village, as it's very, the Leaf Village has like 2%, like 2 brain cells. The Leaf Villagers have legit 2 brain cells, as they thought Naruto did it, as Naruto was on like a bell test with his Jonin sensei. No way Naruto can do that. But, the villagers have 2 brain cells, so they thought he did it. And Danzo, a council leader or something, who has the Anbu by his side, can manipulate information. And, the people who were actually getting kidnapped, well, that was by Orochimaru. And Orochimaru still has his minions collecting some of those people. So this was the perfect setup for, Naruto. As Danzo wanted to ruin Naruto's life and get the Nine Tails get the Nine Tails as just a pure weapon. As Danzo is like all messed up in his mind and stuff like that. But we move. As this was reported into a council meeting, as all, the villager council, the council for the villagers and the Hokage's area council, or his council area, have a discussion about Naruto. As Naruto was getting discussed and what they should do with him, as they did all agree to decide to banish Naruto. But Hiruzen protests, saying Naruto couldn't have done such a thing. Naruto has been doing genin training and has been training under me, as they're all shocked. As even Danzo was shocked, as they all gasped, saying, Lord Third, you're training that Naruto? As Hiruzen gets a little frustrated and releases a little bit of bloodlust, saying, yes, I have. You got a problem with the Hokage's decisions? As the guy shuts up real quick. But that's not the point. As they still continue the meeting about Naruto, Hiruzen manages to barely save Naruto. Barely. But we move, as Danzo clenches his fist and walks away, saying in his head, damn it, I still couldn't get rid of that Naruto Uzumaki. He'll be my weapon and join the Anbu. As he leaves, not even saying a word to, Hiruzen about it. As Naruto, walking back to his home, had a bit of ramen, went to bed. As he continues on for a few weeks, as the villagers grow even more hatred, does more horrible stuff to Naruto, and on some occasions throws rocks at his windows, and tries to, make Naruto's life miserable. As Naruto does get frustrated with the villagers, but he knows he can't really hurt them, or else he will be giving them exactly what they want. As Naruto tries to hold and endure all the pain that he's feeling. And, the pain and the stuff he's going through is a lot. But we move. As on one special occasion, after finishing a D-rank mission, Naruto and the rest head back, as they all complain about how the missions are way too easy, as they need harder missions. As Naruto's was the first one to actually speak up, saying, Kakashi-sensei, these missions aren't going to help us get stronger. Please give us some harder missions, at least a C rank. As Kakashi looks at him, saying, alright, I'll see what I can do. As they all head over to the Hokage office, or Hokage mansion, as they ask for a mission, and Kakashi thought it would be a little harder to convince Hiruzen, but Hiruzen immediately just said, yes, I'll give you a mission. Let me flick through my book, or my scroll, that has a few missions that might be available for you. As he flicks through, seeing an escort mission, a C-rank escort mission, as he tells them information about the mission and stuff like that, and who they will be taking. But in the middle of that, a drunk old man decides to barge in, saying, Oi, Hiruzen, where's my team? As he starts hiccuping, as, he walks around, walking all funny, as everyone knows that he's drunk, just by the way he talks and moves, as he insults, not Naruto, not Sasuke, but Sakura. Insults Sakura, saying, who do you think this girl is? Do you really think that pink-haired girl who stays in her room and thinks about weird kid would do anything on this mission. As you know, he's starting with his words and can barely speak. But the Ambu take him out real quick as Hiruzen sighs and puts his hand on his head, saying, "Well, I apologize for such interruptions, but you'll meet him tomorrow." As they all head back, as a certain person was watching Naruto for weeks now, knowing the pain that Naruto feels, and that person would happen to be known as Toby, or in other words, Obito Uchiha. But without further ado, I'll be seeing you guys in a bit because I need a water break. Hey guys, I'm back to continue this what if story, and I really am sorry for not posting this and not posting for a little while, but I got a little lazy. But I am back to continue, so we begin. So Naruto and the others just left the Hokage mansion and prepared for tomorrow, their gear and everything. As the next day comes by, as Tazuna is awaiting for their arrival at the front gate. As they all arrive, Tazuna instantly apologizes to them and saying that he was a little drunk at the time and that he hasn't been drinking for a while, as his tolerance has downgraded. As Kakashi tells him, "Oh no need to worry. The sake here in Konoha is a lot tougher than most sakes in the world, really. As if you're new to drinking, the sake here will kinda rock your socks." But they had a little conversation for a little while, but then Kakashi tells him to start moving. As in less than 30 minutes or so, a few ninjas decide to show up, and that happened to be the two demon brothers, as they tried to do their attacks, but this time Naruto, Sasuke, and Kakashi knew, except Tazuna and Sakura. As when the two come out, they head for Kakashi. Kakashi still does his fake death, as Naruto and Sasuke do a super cool combo. As Naruto goes straight underneath one of them, kicking them high up into the sky, and does a hidden lotus, and basically pile drives the guy's head into the ground. As that guy is knocked out, as Sasuke does the same thing that he did in canon with the other guy, and knocks him out with some taijutsu moves. As Sasuke doesn't get to say his line, but we move, as Kakashi comes out of the bushes, saying, "Well done, you guys did well. Good job, Sakura, I guess, for keeping Tazuna safe." But they move, as they continue walking to the land of the waves, until Kakashi when they are nearing it, Kakashi senses a weird fog coming, as Tazuna reassures him that this fog rolls around most of the time, as Naruto is staying vigilant. As the bushes shake, as Naruto throws a kunai at it, and it was just a rabbit, as Sakura and Sasuke began laughing, saying, "Naruto, that was just a rabbit, what are you thinking, bro?" But Naruto looks at them, saying, that rabbit only comes around during the winter seasons." As they do realize the white fur, seeing it, as Kakashi realizes that's a summoning, as Kakashi senses a blade coming straight through, as Kakashi yells, "Duck!" As they all duck, as this massive executioner's blade gets lodged into a tree, as the one known as Zabuza, the demon of the mist, jumps on the sword, saying, "Ah, Rinne-Hatake. Kakashi the copy ninja of the leaf. It seems you've got yourself a team. But I'm afraid I've come here not for you, but for that old man. Hand him over, or else your team and you won't make it out alive." As Kakashi looks at him, saying, "Get ready. Get into your formations." As Kakashi gets into a fighting stance, saying, I won't hand Tazuna over to you. We'll have to settle this." As Kakashi and Zabuza get into their same taijutsu bout, as Kakashi got way too cocky and he got himself caught. But this time Naruto doesn't get clobbered. Naruto actually performs a jutsu that Zabuza wasn't expecting, Genin as Naruto jumps up in the air and makes a hand sign for the water dragon jutsu. As Zabuza is a little shocked, saying, This little brat knows that jutsu." As Zabuza quickly puts up a water wall, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that is a jutsu since Hiruzen used it against Orochimaru. But we move as the water dragon collides with the water wall, as Zabuza backs up a little bit, saying, "You cocky little brat." But Naruto is already, since Naruto did take the flying Raijin and Rasengan, he kind of got some kunais from Hiruzen and borrowed them and made his own seals. And making Naruto extremely OP. But Naruto has learned a lot of stuff from Hiruzen, how to do seals and stuff like that. Since he's part Uzumaki and Hiruzen knows most jutsus. That's why he's known as the professor. Yeah, he basically knows a lot. So Naruto throws a kunai as he misses, as Zabuza chuckles, saying, "You brat, you have terrible aim." But as he says this, Naruto was already behind Zabuza, and Zabuza remembers him as a genin seeing a yellow flash like that once before. As Zabuza widens his eyes, saying, "The yellow flash!" But before he noticed, Naruto slammed the Rasengan on his back, which took his hand out of the water prison, as Zabuza gets sent hurling into the waters as he gets up again, as Kakashi is released from the water prison. As Kakashi looks at Naruto, saying, "Where'd you learn that jutsu, Naruto?" As Naruto looks at him, saying, "No need to worry, Kakashi. I've learned it from somewhere." As Naruto and Kakashi are super OP, and they do an incredible combination and synchronized attack. As Sasuke looks at them dumbfounded, seeing how Naruto, the idiot of this class, has surpassed him in strength, speed, taijutsu. As Sasuke thought Naruto was just even or just a little less than him. But now he realizes that Naruto is way above him, as Naruto in midair does a fire dragon jutsu, as Kakashi sends a water vortex at Zabuza. As Zabuza gets slammed into a tree, Naruto's fire dragon basically lands on Zabuza, which burns Zabuza badly. As Zabuza was about to get killed by both of those two, Haku comes in trying to save Zabuza, saying he's a mist tracking ninja, and he needs to, take Zabuza's body back to the mist, because Zabuza holds incredible information that they need, but, Kakashi was tired and all, so he let him be. As they continue onward to the land of the waves, but, the mission just continues. As they finally arrive, they get a sense of, they smell something good. As they arrive at Tasuna's house, they smell a majestically cooked meal. Anything you can think of. Just comment down below your favorite food, and that's what she cooked. Basically, that's what she cooked, and it was beautiful. Mwah, it was a feast. They ate so well, they couldn't move for a while. And Kakashi needed the rest anyway, so he was just resting. As he didn't get too badly injured this time because Naruto was there. But Sasuke was off training somewhere, training and trying to become stronger. As Sasuke kept repeating this in his head, "I will not lose. I will not lose." As the last words he says in his mind, "I will not lose to that dobe." As he kept punching the tree over and over as his fists get bloody. As he punches it one last time, but Naruto catches it, saying, "Sasuke, what are you doing?" As Sasuke slaps Naruto's hand away, saying, "Naruto, fight me right here, right now. Taijutsu, no jutsu." As Naruto looks at Sasuke, saying, "You should get your hands checked out first." As Sasuke says, "No, Naruto, fight me here and now." As Sasuke does have his superiority complex, and he is Naruto's friend, but when his friend surpasses him, the superiority complex tends to kick in. As, Naruto doesn't really have a choice here, so decides to. As the fight begins, Sasuke throws in a spinning back kick. Naruto counters by parrying it with his left and sweeping Sasuke's leg that was just one. Sweeping the one leg that Sasuke was using to balance himself with, as Naruto does a hidden lotus and slams Sasuke, trying to slam Sasuke's head into the ground. But Sasuke, he did say no jutsu, but he just substitutes as Naruto looks at Sasuke saying, "Sasuke, you said no jutsus." As Sasuke looks at him saying, "I take that back, jutsus are allowed." As they continue the fight, as Naruto's not even using any jutsus, but Sasuke is going all out, trying to beat Naruto, using the fireball jutsu. Any jutsu that he actually knows, he's trying to use that against Naruto, paper bombs, anything really. Any ninja tool he can. But that does not work, as Sasuke goes for more attacks, but Naruto's fighting like Rock Lee, and how Rock Lee wiped Sasuke in the Chunin exams, even with a Sharingan, was horrible. But Sasuke in this is weaker than the Chunin exam Sasuke. Why is that? Because Sasuke doesn't even have the Sharingan. So, Naruto wipes the floor with Sasuke, absolutely demolishing Sasuke, as Sasuke was left there just speechless, knowing that he's weaker than the Dobe. As Naruto looks down at Sasuke saying, "Come on, Sasuke, dinner's almost ready." As Naruto tries to take Sasuke's hand, but Sasuke slaps it away saying, "I don't need your help, Naruto. Mark my words, I will surpass you." As Sasuke gets up, a little bruised and beaten by Naruto, as he heads back to the, Tazana's house. As they come and eat, and Kakashi, decided to train them for a while, teaching them water walking and tree walking. Naruto already knew these things, so Naruto was just learning other things. Naruto already learned the Chidori and stuff, as Naruto was just training physical strength right now, as he knows that's where he's lacking a bit, and he's lacking physical strength and a bit of jutsu and genjutsu. I mean, he does know a little genjutsu, nothing too OP though. But Sakura was just training. Well, Sakura only did the water walking and the tree walking, but Sasuke didn't even know that, as Sasuke, yet again, feels like he was left behind. And even with Sakura, the useless one of the group, knows how to do this, and he can't. As Sasuke begrudgingly asks Naruto how to do it, as Naruto looks at Sasuke saying, "Well, Sasuke, you can't do this if you're too angry. You can't just do any of this if you're too frustrated. You have to calm yourself, control your chakra, make your chakra balanced." So imagine a glass of wine, a glass of wine, and it's full, and it's, filled to the brim. And if that, let's just say the wine inside is the chakra, and if that chakra is unbalanced, and it's all over the place, the glass will spill. And if that chakra is nice, still, and gentle, and calm, it won't spill. As Sasuke kind of gets the metaphor, as he tries to make this calm sense of wine that Naruto was kind of speaking of. As he tries to tree walk first, as he gets the tree walk. As Sasuke looks at Naruto saying, "It's working." As Sasuke climbs to the very top saying, I did it. As Sasuke celebrates this, but then he realizes he needed Naruto's help for this. As Naruto watches, as he smiles at Sasuke, as Sasuke scoffs saying, "I won't need your help this time." As Sasuke, doing the tree walking, now understands a bit of water walking, as he tries to do the same thing, but he fails like 3 times, but 4th time's the charm, and he makes it. So he knows that. But Naruto was on the bridge training, as Naruto was helping out using his shadow clones. As Naruto himself, the real Naruto, was training on the bridge. As I apologize if you hear any background noises right now. Family moving around, but hey, we move. As Naruto, the bungee jumping thing. Yeah, he was doing that on the bridge, but he was doing the same thing that Goku did with one leg. He's basically doing upside down crunches or sit-ups. I might put it up on screen. It's basically what Goku was doing on the training. Well, what he was doing in training, basically. for, well, the training he did in the gravity chamber. Yeah, that's basically what Naruto was doing with the bungee jumping thing, as he was pulling himself up, going back down, as Naruto was just training physical strength. But in the meantime, well, Zabuza decides to show up, as Naruto isn't aware of this since he's continuing his training, as two men of Gato are already with are already going to Inari's house. As Inari did pipe up, and Naruto told him to shut up, because why not? As well, the kid, the kid's family is gonna get kidnapped and all, but Sakura happened to be there, and I'm pretty sure Sakura could somewhat handle them, and still get hurt though. I mean, she is a ninja, so I'm pretty sure she can handle it a little bit. So yeah, Sakura handled the fight by herself and got injured so badly that she couldn't even walk. Yeah, two non-ninjas hurt a ninja. Yeah, it was 2 against 1 anyway, and Sakura is the most useless one in the group. I'm sorry if you do like Sakura though, I'm sorry. But if you really think about it, what did Sakura ever do in the first series of Naruto? What did she ever do to help Naruto? What? Exactly. If you have a point if you have a point of what Sakura did in the show that was actually good and helpful to the whole series, then please enlighten me. But I'm pretty sure you guys don't. She was only useful in Shippuden in some ways, and in the new anime Boruto. That's when she was a little more useful. But in the first series, she was useless, okay? I'm not gonna take that back unless you give me a point that she isn't useless. But that's not the whole point here. We move. As Naruto gets done from training, gets back into the bridge, and starts doing some work. As he realizes it's actually so foggy, he realizes Kakashi was already on the bridge and was fighting against Zabuza. As Sasuke was getting clobbered by Haku. As he decides to hop in, using the flying Raijin, enters the whole thing. It decides to slam a Rasengan on one of the mirrors, as that actually works. So Naruto just decides to make shadow clones, and make the shadow clones use the Rasengans, as Naruto yells, "Rasengan Barrage!" as they break all the mirrors. As Sasuke, pretty injured and battered, says to Naruto, "Back away, Naruto. This is my fight." As Sasuke can barely move and has now awakened a Sharingan. 2 Tomoe on one eye, 1 Tomoe on the other. As Naruto looks at Sasuke saying, "Sasuke, you can't do this alone. You need my help." As Sasuke just scoffs, saying, "Fine, but don't get in my way." As Sasuke takes out some of the needles, as Sasuke can barely move and falls on one knee, but tries to move but doesn't. So Naruto handles Haku on his own, as Naruto outspeeds Haku by a whole mile, using the flying Raijin. Haku thought, well, this was just an ordinary kunai this time, but was mistaken, as Naruto does the exact same move that Minato did against Obito, slamming a Rasengan on Haku's back, destroying Haku. As Haku was there, unconscious, as Kakashi finishes off Zabuza with a Chidori, killing Zabuza this time. So no talk, no jutsu this time. But there is one thing though. Well, Gato decided to show up, and Gato, let's just say Naruto and Kakashi held their own and beat the living life out of all of them. All of them destroyed. Gato fed to the people. I mean, they're not gonna eat him, but you know what I meant. They're gonna beat him up, torture him for doing whatever they did to him. So yeah, Gato is getting the worst treatment, getting bullied for what he did to the whole village. So they head back, report this to the Hokage, and boom, they're all set. But the person who was watching them, Toby, or Obito, watches them carefully as he sees Naruto heading back to his place, as Obito is already there waiting at one of the tables, as Naruto senses that someone's in there, as Naruto gets his kunai out and basically points it at Obito, the masked man, as Naruto looks at Toby. As Toby looks at Naruto saying, "Ah, well, you're home. The name's Toby, and I would like for you to join me." As Naruto looks at Toby saying, "Who are you?" No, he doesn't say who are you because Toby already introduced, but what are you doing here? What are you doing here? This is my home. Go and leave before you die. As Toby looks at Naruto saying, that's not a nice way to treat your guest now, is it? As Naruto looks at Toby saying, "What do you want from me?" "I want you to join me. Join my reasons. Join me, and we will crush this village together. Crush those who hurt you." As Naruto did get a little tempted, but says, I won't be doing any sort of thing." But Toby looks at him saying, "Well, the offer's still up. You can always contact me." As Toby has a meetup location with Naruto. He set a whole meetup location for them to meet up, just in case Naruto does decide to join them. But yeah, we move from this. As the Chunin exams, Kakashi told them were coming up very, very soon. So yeah, I'll be leaving it off there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this What If story. Well, I'm not gonna finish the whole story here. I'm gonna continue, and I will be, once I get the community tab, I will be posting a poll saying whether you guys wanted to do this What If or that What If. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. But without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next What If scenario. Peace.